Hello, good morning or good evening to everyone. I have been working into the software industry from a couple of years on Unix platform and several other technologies. I thought of sharing or exploring my knowledge on YouTube, so thought of just starting with the Perl's basics. So let me start with the Perl's basics. So in this video I would be covering about what is a Perl, and if possible time permits, I'll be showing you a sample Perl program and Perl variables and operators and functions. So let's go and look into the what is a Perl means. Okay, I can say Perl is a scripting language, right? And when we say the abbreviation for the Perl is called as a practical extraction and reporting language. Perl is commonly used through from many of years in software industry or an IT industry, especially for an automation things. For example, uh, let me take this example. So there are two different systems. One I can say as an Windows Server system and other is an a Unix system. From Windows Server system, a client is transmitting his own data. Let us take an example. It may be related to a banking data. Okay, so its record size is like 500 bytes or 2000 bytes, and that data need to be stored in a DB2 table or an SQL table, right? So what we have to do is we have to reformat the data and we have to load it into this particular table. So table has its own structure, and the whatever the data that is we have receiving from a client or a Windows server, that has a different structure. So now we need to convert this into a specific structure and load it into a database. So we have several other scripts that we can do it, but using Perl it can be done very faster. So that means we can there might be some manual interruption, so in order to reformat the data and load it into a database, so before that, if you're using this Perl script, you can just directly extract the data and you can reformat the data and create another output data and just give you an input to the database so that it gets updated into the database records. Okay, and we are saying as practical extraction and reporting language as a Perl. Perl is called as a language, and Perl is called as a compiler also. So if you look at C, so when you first what is the thing you will be writing, you'll be writing a C code, you'll be writing a C programming, and then you compile it, then you get an object code, then you execute, and then you get an executable code, right? So there will be a set of things. So Perl, when if you write a simple program and just save it and just run it, so it itself compiles and byte and everything happens at the same time. So that's the reason it is called as a Perl is a language and Perl is a compiler. Now let's talk about the typical uses of Perl. So far I have discussed you one sample example. Now I would like to show you the typical uses of Perl. Perl is used for text processing, right? So text processing, when I say text processing, that's the example that I have said. So on Windows Server, you'll be receiving a tab delimited file or a space delimited file or a comma delimited file. So where we want to reformat the data, or you want to sort the data, or you want to concatenate or combine the data, there you can do using Perl. That is possible, and it's very faster. And it is also used for system administration tasks, and it is used for CGI, that is computer graphics interface, and web programming. So nowadays you can see it was very much used when there was much boom in on Java or .NET or web programming applications type. So but now still many uses CGI and web programming with the Perl. Okay, so database interactions. So as I said, you can directly interact with the different databases that we have in the present world. There will be many databases like Sybase, SQL Server, DB2, Oracle, Hive, and there are several applications or the database application that it can directly interact with that interact with the Perl. Using Perl, we can interact with the particular databases and other internet programming. You can use it. So Perl is being used by many of the electronic students or the computer students or the mechanical students, so based on their work they are doing. So these are the typical uses of Perl. uh, I hope I will be stopping this video here, and I will be coming up with more and more information about the pearls, and this will be the complete journey of the pearls. I not only will be covering the Perl basic, but also I will be going up with the sample Perl programs and the advanced different topics in the Perls, like operators, functions, arrays, variable declarations, and so on. There are many different things, and I will be explaining with you some example of whatever we are doing, and will compare with the real time example. So where this is used, what this is used, how this is used, and when it has to be used, and we are going to see many things. But thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great and pleasureful day or an evening.